Hey guys, it's me, Pacey Cervantes, with New in Nashville with my buddy Bryan Martin. How you doing? Where are you at right now?
Man, we just got done shooting a segment for CMT. I literally just finished wrapping it up. I'm still sitting out here on this little old chair where they had me doing their segment. So, man, you caught me right in time.
Dude, I mean, you're a busy guy, for good reasons. You're a talented guy. So, thank you for spending time with me because I know you're super busy. I kind of wanted to start off talking about kind of where you grew up. And is it true you grew up on like working on oil rigs?
Yes, sir. I grew up. So when I turned 18, I was working on a drilling rig in West Texas, and man, I've worked my whole life. I've done it all from working in the hay fields to working in the oil field and riding bulls. I've done it all, man.
So you're as country as it gets.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how was it, speaking of growing up, I know like your mom, is it true that she performed with Alison Krauss?
Yeah, man. So back in the day, she sang on the Louisiana Hayride. She sang at the Keithville Jamboree back in the day when Allison was still 13 years old, man, when she was still young, singing with the Cox family and stuff like that, man. But she sang all over the place, and that's how I started. She started me singing at 4 years old, recording me and dragging me around to everything she could drag me around to, and I kind of got burnt out by the time I was 13. Went to riding bulls and dirt track racing and stuff like that, and then I finally came back to music when I came back to writing songs after I was 19 years old.
Dude, I feel like by age 13, you lived more life than most adults do.
Yeah, man. I might have been overshooting. I might have been
I
shooting
mean,
for the moon.
it's obvious that, you get a lot of your musical talent from your mom. And it seems like a lot of your drive from your mom, it seems like, right?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, she wanted me to she wanted to be on me to be on top of the world when I was at early age, so I had no choice but to just to go for it, man.
Yeah. I mean, so, and you kind of, from what I understand, you self-taught your own musical abilities, like playing the guitar. Did you teach yourself?
Yeah, man. I had a couple lessons back in my early years, but man, I pretty much taught myself how to write songs and to play guitar.
So, like, is guitar the only thing you self-taught, or like you play a couple instruments now?
Well, I play a little bit of piano, a little bit of guitar. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none.
Well, trust me, singing it seems to be your mastery right there. You write your own song? How long have you been writing music for?
I've been writing songs for the last 15 years. Um, so I've written close to altogether. I've written close to 4,000 songs.
Oh my God! So 4,000. Wow, I can't even do the math, but that's a lot.
If
Um,
I ain't
like
writing 10 songs a week, something's wrong with me. Better call a
right.
paramedic.
Is is that kind of like what one of the things that like it's obviously a passion and a hobby, but is that something that really helps you therapeutically?
Oh man, that's my mental health vice right there. When I'm going through something, I got to get it out, and I've learned how to just write it down and turn it into a song and use it for my healing and hopefully for somebody else's in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, I know you just went through some stuff. You're sober now, right?
Yep, sober. 70 days sober, man. I went sober before, but man, this time I actually went to a rehab and asked for help and worked through the steps and actually done it right, man.
Dude, I mean, 70 days is honestly like a crazy accomplishment. So congratulations to you. Like, were you, I don't know if this is an appropriate question, but were you able to, like, did you write music in rehab, kind of like sorting through your own stuff?
Well, I didn't, man. I actually, to be honest with you, while I was in rehab in Utah, shout out to them, man. While I was in rehab in Utah, I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to write songs. I was just focusing on getting sober, man. But uh,
Yeah.
but I've been able to write since I got out. I've been able to sit down and write some songs and stuff like that. But that was probably the longest time I've ever went without writing songs was when I was in rehab.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, Like it's admirable that you went through that, and you're so open about it. So, is there anything that you could maybe like advice you could give for someone that's kind of going through the same situation?
Yeah, man. I just try to tell them, you're not alone. You're not alone in it. Uh, you know, if anything, you know, you're normal. You're not. It's not a. You're not a bad person. You're not a. Don't beat yourself up. Don't put yourself in a position where you feel like it's something that's so abnormal that you can't talk about it with somebody. Because it's part of life, man. And there's so many different vices out there that everybody gets hooked on, and usually it's sold to us that way, through marketing and everything else. In the beginning, it's sold to be this great new drug, and then it turns into somebody's addiction, and then it turns into somebody's death, and I think nowadays we just got to face reality that you know we're not the crazy ones. We just got hooked on something that we thought was going to be good for us.
Right. Yeah. And it sounds like talking to people is like a big
Yeah.
help, right?
Yeah, talk to somebody, man. Don't hold it all in. That's what I did for a long time. I just held it all in.
Damn.
Talk to somebody and get it out.
Man, thank you so much for sharing that. And honestly, you saying that is probably going to help multiple people. So thank you so much for being like so open and honest with that.
Yes, sir.
All right, my dude, Bryan Martin, thank you so much for taking out the time. I see you're busy because you just wrapped up with some other stuff outside.